Hello and welcome to Poker News. Two players on the Prima network set the poker world talking recently and simultaneously broke world records, playing in what turned out to be the biggest game in the history of online poker. Fast Freddy and Bad IP played a heads-up game of Texas Hold'em, during which the richest hand in the history of online cash games was recorded. The hand, valued at over $465,000, was won by Fast Freddy after flopping 3 aces. Both players rebought a number of times during the marathon 12-hour session, and with the buy-in set at $40,000, the pot soon accumulated to record-breaking levels. According to several sources, Fast Freddy is poker pro Freddie Deeb, while Bad IP is a lesser-known player called Johnny Loddon. Over the course of the night, only one other player stepped into the action. The challenger lost $40,000 in the space of just 10 minutes. A fitting result for a player whose alias is Durr.
It's been all go at the brand new Pokerdome in downtown Las Vegas recently, with preparations for the Mansion Poker Amateur versus Pro Free Roll. Professional players from across the globe have been battling it out online in a series of invite-only free rolls on the Mansion Poker site. 3 winners from the qualifying free rolls will then go forward to sit down and play 3 rank amateurs for $1 million in front of television cameras at the purpose-built television poker facility known as the Pokerdome. The invitation-only qualifiers contained a glittering list of pro names, including Gavin Smith, Tony G, Marcel Lusk, Kenna James, and British players Harry Demetriou and John Gale. After some pretty gruesome hands and a lot of chat box banter, 3 triumphant players won through to the final, namely Todd Brunson, Gavin Smith, and John Gale. The 3 qualifying professionals will now go on to battle it out against 3 amateurs at the Pokerdome on July the 3rd. The televised show will be aired 9 days later on the 12th.
In this week's Top 10, we're looking at the current standings for the Player of the Year for 2006. These rankings are worked out by looking at a player's tournament performances and number of cashes. Firstly, at 24 years of age is Michael Mizrachi from the USA, who had the most amount of cashes last year and made 7 final tables. In second place is the cowboy Kenna James, who interestingly was once a soap star and casino tournament director. Third position goes to Joe Bartoldi, winner of the WPT World Championships in April, when he won a staggering $3,760,000. Following in fourth is Joe Tahan, who on the 4th of June outlasted 349 players at the WPT Mandalay Bay Poker Championship and won $1 million. The 25-year-old Nam Lee is in 5th place. He's won over $2 million in just 3 years, and on March the 3rd, 2006, won the WPT 4th season Bay 101 Shooting Star event. In 6th is Stanley Wise, who's won 2 WPT events this year. Alan Goering comes in 7th, a player that says he only plays for fun, but is a formidable player against any of the pros out there. And in 2003, won the inaugural WPT Championship against Ivy, Brunson and Forrest. In 8th is Anand Victor Ramdin, winner of the WPT Championship in April of this year in the Foxwood Poker Classic. In at 9 is the great online poker player Eric Lindgren. And finally, in 10th, David Daneshka, a venture capitalist by profession, makes a tidy sum playing part-time poker.
Unger, Brunson, Moss, Moneymaker. The list goes on. But who is the greatest World Series champion of all time?
If you look across the time as well, Doyle Brunson, both Johnny Chan have won 10 bracelets each. So I'd say it's a toss-up between Doyle and Johnny Chan.
I'd probably say Doyle Brunson or Phil Hellmuth, but my favourite person is Phil Ivey. But
definitely have to be Greg Raymer, I reckon.
Phil Hellmuth, probably.
I love to watch Gus Hansen. He's my favourite player by far.
And finally, as the sponsorship bandwagon trundles ever onwards, a subsidiary of Harrah's Entertainment and Corum have signed a letter of intent to enter into a 6-year deal that designates the luxury Swiss watchmaker as the official timepiece of the World Series of Poker. Gone are the days when a World Series of Poker bracelet was the only thing worth getting your hands on. Now, with a high street jewellery range and a watch in the making, you can cover yourself head to toe with WSOP bling without having to play a single hand of poker. That's all from me. I'll see you next time.